Okay, let's get into your reading, Pisces. Okay, someone has been quietly, secretly in love with you for longer than you could possibly guess, and they are about to stop hiding it. Over the next 72 hours, the stars themselves are going to start showing up as your sign that every word of this is meant for you. I really feel like someone has been in love with you for a very, very long time. This person has been really, really fond of your generosity, your understanding, the way that you carry yourself. This person has really felt very connected to you. And this person is about to come forward and admit their feelings. Now, I also feel as well that there's a very powerful energy that you've also had your eye on this person. Like you have felt connected to this person in some way, shape, or form. Some kind of like crush feeling. You may have had a connection with each other, or they literally may be your specific person at this time, right? Like they're like your person at this time, basically. So that's what I'm seeing here, is that this person is going to come forward and express and admit their feelings and want to work on things and build things for a future. This person really does believe that they can have a future with you and that things can actually come together really beautifully in a commitment. I also feel as well that this person sees you as someone that is just so stable and so loving and so kind and so unbelievably supportive. They feel like you are someone that just brings so much luck and abundance. They see you as a lucky person. They feel like you are the kind of person that walks into a room and things just bloom. Things just grow. Things just progress. Things come together. Things move in the right direction, and things just become exciting. They feel like you are the kind of person where there's just so much excitement and joy and happiness and fulfillment, and things just get really good. You know, they feel like ever since they've known you, there's just so much luck in their life, or you bring a lot of goodness. So that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, the 10 of Pentacles. Now I took the card off the top of the deck, and underneath is the Chariot. I'm telling you, this person is going to come towards you. They feel like there is a strong connection between you both, like a strong spiritual connection, and there's a lot of growth. Like you could allow each other to grow. They feel like you're both kind of like on the same level, if that makes sense. So they really feel here that there's something really powerful. And you would also feel just as attracted to this person as they do towards you. This is not an unrequited situation or an unmutual situation where they don't care less or they don't like you. And then you're like, oh, they will like you just as much as you like them. Like there's a very mutual, beautiful energy, and it's just blossoming and it's growing. And you know, for many of you, you've known this person, like you have felt connected to this person. You have felt like this person is your person. So they're about to come forward. They're about to admit their feelings. They're about to admit how much they really like you and appreciate you. And you will feel like the stars are aligning. Why? Because here in the Chariot card, we have so many stars. Okay, you will see lots of stars as signs. Literally, you will see stars. Okay, you may see them in the sky, but you may see like star patterns in places. You may be watching a film and there's like references to stars. You may hear someone talking about stars. You know, like there's a sense here of you hearing signs and seeing signs connected to just stars, okay? Stars in general, someone wearing a star print, you know, things like this. So there's a very powerful energy that is connected to stars, and it is very, very strong because basically you will think to yourself, oh my God, like that really connects to Moonveil's reading. And so if you see those signs it is a sign from the universe that this reading is for you. Like, this reading is absolutely for you. Especially over the next 72 hours, you will see signs that connect to the stars. Okay? When you see those stars, you know that this reading is for you. I want you to bookmark this reading. I really do bookmark this reading. Save it. Actually like it. And then it will end up in your likes. But basically, comment down below, the stars are aligning, like this reading, and make sure that you are subscribed, okay? Because I am telling you, when you subscribe, you are claiming that energy, and that energy is manifesting in your life. It is progressing for you. It is happening for you. And when these energies happen for you, no joke, things just start to happen. Things just start to progress, and things happen in ways that you cannot even understand. You cannot describe. You cannot figure out. Like, things will just start happening for you in ways that you literally cannot understand. You will literally think to yourself, oh my God, like I subscribed and things just started happening. Because I'm telling you, energy is absolutely everywhere. I lace these readings with energy, but also energies are so powerful that when you claim something, you are literally absorbing and taking that goodness. And I always wish well for you, right? I always wish well for you. So, back to the reading. A lot of this is sort of in their mind right now. They were kind of thinking about what to say, how to come forward, like how to express themselves, how to tell you that they really have these feelings for you, how they want to kind of articulate a lot of these feelings. Of course, they have these feelings, and they feel really connected and very drawn to you. And they're really analytical right now. Like, you may not think that this person is very analytical or that they overthink things, but trust me, right now they are overthinking things. They are wondering how to come forward, what to say, how to say it, in which way to say it. Like, they are really thinking, like, how can I say this? What can I do? How can I be proactive? In which way can I express myself? Like, they really think so much about, like, how can I come forward? What can I say? What can I do? You know, they really think overall, like, what to do, how to do it. They really go through the motions of trying to figure out, like, how they can come forward and how they can express their feelings, because they know that you are very special. You bring so much to the table. They don't want to just come to you with a little bit, but at the same time, they don't want to bombard you with too much emotional energy as well. So they're really just sort of thinking to themselves, like, how can I come forward? How can I express myself? What can I truly say? Okay, so I'm just going to have a look at these message cards to see what they want to admit to you. But ever since they saw you, they felt like you are their person. And, you know, they've also just felt like there's a beautiful match. You know, there's a beautiful match that is really taking place. Like, it's very equal. It's, you know, that there's a sort of a mutual energy, not a one-sided energy. And they've just felt really connected and very drawn to you. And they felt like, you know, you can build a life together. And so it goes beyond just the physical. It goes beyond just the kind of like, oh, I really like you and you look great. It really goes into the kind of sense of like, we can actually build a life together. There can be common values and common goals and common understanding that can allow things to really build over the course of time with a strong foundation, and then things really building on top. I have been so depressed without you because they have been thinking about you, right? They've been, listen, Hermit energy is the Virgo energy, and the Virgo energy here is about someone really, really thinking deeply, deeply about you and really thinking like constantly, right? To the point where it just overwhelms them as well to think, because they've been super depressed and super sad, and they've been overthinking and thinking a lot about you and feeling a lot towards you. So we have here, I miss your laugh, because they miss hearing your laugh and, seeing you happy. And it's something that actually just really uplifts them. And then we have here, I would wait for you forever, because they would want to wait for you forever because they really feel like it's worth waiting for someone like you. And, so for example, if you said, oh yeah, not now, they would be like, okay, well, I could wait. Like you're the kind of person that would wait for people. I feel like this person would wait for you. So it's like someone who would be at the same level, if that makes sense. Like you would do for them what they would do for you, kind of thing. It's not an unrequited situation. If, for example, right, I'm just giving an example, this person comes to you and you go, no, like, I just don't really feel this. This person would be like, okay, I totally respect that. And they would respect your wishes. Okay, this is not a person who, when you tell them no, they constantly push forward. Okay, if you said to this person, for example, oh, I really like you too, but I just need time. They'd be like, okay, well, then I can wait, and that is acceptable. This is not the kind of person where you say, no, I'm not interested. And then they say to you, oh, but I would wait for you forever, because that actually does sort of borderline on disrespect. Okay, so that's the thing that I'm really seeing here, is that if you said to this person, like, no, I'm not interested, they would just, out of self-respect and respect towards you, they would leave you. So this is someone who's very mutual, okay? In the sense that they really respect you, and you will have the ball in your court to choose what you choose to do, to choose whether you choose to give this person a chance or whether you want to move forward. That is going to be your choice. But this person will be respectful enough to understand your wishes. At the end of the day, I do believe that this person will be very attracted to you, and you will be attracted to them, and you will progress things forward. So there is that. Okay, and I want to stay with you a little longer, okay? Because there is so much more in these cards, and I don't want you to leave without hearing all of it. Let me start, okay, with something the reader said early that's easy to skim past. That this isn't one-sided, that you've had your eye on this person too, that some kind of crush feeling has been there on your side as well. And I want to name why that matters so much, okay? Because it changes everything about what this reading is. This isn't a stranger developing feelings for you out of nowhere. This is someone you already feel a pull toward, someone who's been on your mind too, someone you may have quietly wondered about. Because sometimes, okay, two people both feel something and both stay quiet. Both wonder, both hold back, afraid to be the one who says it first, afraid it's not mutual, afraid of the risk, and the connection just sits there, unspoken, on both sides. And what this reading is saying, okay, is that the silence is about to break. That the person you've been quietly drawn to has been just as drawn to you, and they're the one about to be brave enough to say it first. So the thing you maybe hoped for but didn't dare expect is actually about to happen. Let me go back, okay, to that very first image, the way this person sees you, because I think it might be the most beautiful part of this whole reading. They see you as someone who walks into a room and things just bloom. And I want you to really take that in, okay? Because it's such a specific and rare way to be seen. Not just that they find you attractive or that they enjoy your company, but that they experience you as lucky, as someone whose very presence makes things grow, makes life better, brings goodness wherever you go. Because a lot of us, okay, don't feel that way about ourselves at all. We feel ordinary. We feel like we're too much or not enough. We walk into rooms wondering if we even belong there. And here is someone who has been quietly watching you and seeing the exact opposite, seeing you as a source of light, of luck, of blooming wherever you land. And I want you to hold that, okay? Separate from whatever you decide about this person, because even if nothing ever happens between you, the fact that you are seen that way by someone tells you something true about the energy you carry. You are someone whose presence makes things better. That's real, and it's worth knowing about yourself. And I want to talk about the two cards, okay, the way they came out, the 10 of Pentacles on top and the Chariot underneath, because that pairing tells a story. The 10 of Pentacles, okay, is the card of lasting family, of legacy, of a love that builds into something generational, something stable, something that lasts. And the Chariot underneath it is movement, determination, someone deciding and then coming toward you with real momentum. So together, okay, they're saying this isn't a passing crush or a fleeting bit of interest. It's someone with a long-term vision, the 10 of Pentacles life, and the drive to actually move toward it, the Chariot. Intention and motion, the dream, and the willingness to pursue it. And I want to say more, okay, about the 10 of Pentacles specifically, because it's such a rich card to appear in a love reading. It shows an old patriarch wrapped in a rich robe, two younger lovers, a child, and even the family dogs. 3 generations gathered together under a grand archway. And what that pictures, okay, is not just romance. It's the whole life that romance can grow into. The family, the home, the years and years of building something together until it becomes a legacy, something that lasts generations. So when this card, okay, sits on top of your reading about someone coming forward, it's telling you the scale of what this could become. Not a short chapter, not a fling that burns out, but potentially the beginning of the whole rest of your life, the kind of love that becomes a home, a family, a legacy you build together over decades. And I don't say that, okay, to put pressure on it or to rush you. The choice, as the reader said, is entirely yours. But I want you to know what the cards are pointing at, so that if this person comes forward, you understand you're not just being asked on a date. You're being seen as someone they could build a whole beautiful life with. And I want to sit, okay, with the Chariot's deeper meaning too, because the reader felt a strong spiritual connection here and said you're both kind of on the same level. And that phrase, the same level, is worth pausing on, because being on the same level, okay, is one of the quiet foundations of a love that actually works. It means neither person is reaching up or bending down. Neither one is chasing while the other barely tolerates it. You meet as equals, with equal feeling, equal investment, equal respect. And the reader kept stressing, okay, this is mutual, not unrequited. And I think she stressed it because so many people watching readings like this are used to the opposite, used to loving more than they're loved, used to being the one who cares too much, who waits, who hopes for someone who never quite matches them. And this reading is the opposite of that, okay? This is someone who feels for you as strongly as you feel for them, a genuine, balanced, both of you are in it connection. And if you've spent a long time on the unbalanced kind, this is the universe telling you that the mutual kind is finally here. And the Chariot, okay, the spiritual connection the reader mentioned speaks to why this feels almost fated. Some connections just feel bigger than ordinary, like you knew them before you met them, like the recognition was instant and inexplicable. And if you felt that with this person, that flicker of this means something, the Chariot is confirming it's not just in your head. And I want to spend real time, okay, on the stars, because it's your specific sign for the next 72 hours, and it's such a beautiful one. The reader saw all the stars in the Chariot card and said you'll start seeing stars everywhere in the sky, in patterns, in films, in conversation, on someone's clothing, a star print. And I want you to actually watch for them, okay? Because a sign like this does something real. Once you're told to notice stars, you start noticing them. And each time you do, it's a little pulse of, it's real, it's happening. The universe sees me. And that steady thread of reassurance over 3 days genuinely shifts how hopeful and open you feel. And stars, okay, are such a fitting symbol for what's happening because stars are about alignment. The stars aligning is the oldest phrase we have for when things finally come together, when the timing is finally right. So when you see them, let them tell you that the timing on this connection is aligning too. And I want to go deep, okay, on what the reader saw in this person's mind, because it's so tender and it explains why maybe you haven't seen it yet. Because right now, okay, this is all happening inside them. They're overthinking, they're analytical, Hermit and Virgo energy, turning it over and over, wondering how to come forward, what to say, how to say it in a way that's worthy of you. And I want you to notice, okay, why they're overthinking it. It's not because they don't care, it's because they care so much. The reader said it. They know you're special. They know you bring so much to the table, and they don't want to come to you with too little, but they don't want to overwhelm you either. So they're agonizing over getting it right, because getting it right matters to them more than almost anything. And I want to reassure you, okay, about something the overthinking might make you wonder if they feel so much, why haven't they said anything yet? Because silence can be so easy to misread. Because when someone hasn't come forward, okay, it's tempting to assume they don't care, or they're not interested enough, or they would have said something by now if they really felt it. But the reader is showing you the exact opposite is true here. The silence isn't absence of feeling. It's the weight of it, because they care so much, okay, that they're terrified of doing it wrong, of saying too much or too little, of moving too fast or missing their moment. The depth of their feeling is exactly what's made them hesitate, because when something matters this much, the fear of ruining it can freeze you. So if you've read their quietness, okay, as disinterest, I want you to gently set that story down. The quiet was never disinterest. It was someone standing at the edge of something that matters to them enormously, gathering the courage to finally leap. And that Hermit energy, okay, the reader tied it to real sadness. I have been so depressed without you, because this person has been sitting alone with these feelings, thinking about you constantly, missing you, to the point where it has genuinely weighed on them. They haven't been able to just shrug it off. You've been on their mind in a deep, aching, can't stop thinking about you way. And the message cards, okay, I miss your laugh. I would wait for you forever. I want you to feel how gentle those are. Not I want you, not grand possessive declarations, but I miss your laugh, a longing for your joy, for your happiness, for the light you bring. And I would wait for you forever. A patience that asks nothing, that puts your timing above their own wanting. And I want to sit, okay, with I would wait for you forever, because there's something so moving about that particular message. It's not urgency, it's not pressure, it's patience, a willingness to let you take your time because you're worth the wait. And the reader made a really wise distinction here. Okay, one I want you to hold on to. Waiting is beautiful when it respects your no. It becomes something else when it ignores it. Someone who says, I'll wait, after you've said, I'm not interested, isn't being romantic. They're not hearing you. But this person is different. This person's waiting, okay, is the healthy kind. If you said, I need time, they'd give it gladly. But if you said, no, this isn't for me, they'd honor that too and step back with grace. Their patience has respect built into it, which is exactly what makes it safe and real rather than something that would ever trap you. And I think that's worth pausing on, okay, because it tells you who this person is at their core. Someone patient, someone respectful, someone who values you enough to wait, but respects you enough to let go if that's what you needed. And that combination, patience with respect, is genuinely rare and genuinely precious. And I want to really honor, okay, the thing the reader kept coming back to, the respect, because it's the detail that makes this safe and worth taking seriously. This is not someone who would push or pressure or refuse to hear no. The reader was so clear, okay, if you told them no, they would respect it and step back out of self-respect and respect for you. They wouldn't cling. They wouldn't guilt you. They wouldn't turn I would wait for you forever into a weapon or a burden. The ball is genuinely in your court, and they will honor whatever you choose. And that okay is what makes this beautiful rather than intense. Because love without respect is pressure, but love with respect, love that would step back if you asked, love that puts your wishes first, is safe. It's the kind you can actually open to without fear, because you know your no would be honored just as much as your yes. And I want to speak, okay, to the power the reader kept handing back to you. The ball is in your court. The choice is yours. Because I think that's actually one of the kindest parts of this whole reading. Because so often, okay, love feels like something that happens to us. We wait to be chosen. We hope to be wanted. We hand our hearts to whoever will take them, grateful for any attention at all. And it can leave us feeling powerless, at the mercy of other people's feelings. But this reading, okay, puts the power in your hands. Someone wants you, yes. Someone is coming forward, yes. But then you get to decide. You're not begging. You're not waiting to be picked. You're the one holding the choice, free to say yes because you want to, or to take your time, or to say this isn't for me, and be fully respected either way. And that's how it should be, okay? You deserve to be the chooser, not just the chosen. To be pursued by someone worthy of you, and then to weigh it freely on your own terms, knowing your heart is yours to give exactly when and to whom you decide. And I want to draw out, okay, one more thing the reader emphasized, that this goes beyond just the physical, Beyond, oh, I like you and you look great, into we can actually build a life together. Common values, common goals, common understanding. And I want you to feel, okay, how significant that distinction is. Because attraction is easy, chemistry is common, plenty of people will find you attractive and want you for a season. But someone who's thinking about common values, shared goals, a real foundation, building over time, that's someone thinking about forever, not just now. Because a foundation, okay, is what you build on when the initial spark settles into something steadier. It's the shared direction, the aligned values, the way two people want the same kind of life. And the reader saw that this person is thinking in exactly those terms, not how do I get this person, but how do we build something that lasts? And that tells you, okay, about the quality of the love that's coming toward you. It's not shallow, it's not a fling. It's someone who has looked at you and seen not just someone they want, but someone they want to build a whole life with, carefully, intentionally, on a foundation made to hold. And right now, okay, I want you to take a slow breath with me. Breathe in the truth that you are loved, quietly, deeply, by someone who has carried it for a long time. And breathe out any old story that said no one sees you, no one wants you, no one has been paying attention because someone has. And let me gather it all up for you, okay? One more time. The 10 of Pentacles. A love that wants to build something lasting. The Chariot. Someone deciding and coming toward you with all its stars as your sign. The Hermit and Virgo energy. Someone thinking of you constantly. Aching, overthinking how to be worthy of you. And the message cards. I miss your laugh. I would wait for you forever. Gentle, patient, respectful love. So let me lay this all out one final time, okay? Slowly, so it settles. Someone has been in love with you, okay, for a very long time. Someone who sees you as lucky, as light, as the person who makes everything bloom. And they are about to come forward, not with a passing crush, but with a real vision of building a life with you. A mutual, equal, beyond the physical kind of love. And right now, they're just gathering courage, overthinking, aching, missing your laugh, wanting to get it right, because you matter to them that much. And however you choose to respond, the choice is fully yours, held by someone who respects you enough to honor it. One message. You have been loved all along, and the stars are about to prove it. So claim it, loves. Comment below, the stars are aligning, and watch for them over the next 72 hours. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Moonveil Tarot, like this reading, and let me know in the comments how it resonated. I genuinely read every comment, even the ones I can't always reply to individually. Your story becomes part of the reason this reading keeps finding the next person who needs it. Wherever you're watching this from, okay, I want you to actually feel this settle in before you go. You may have wondered, okay, more than once, whether anyone really saw you, whether the love and care and goodness you pour out would ever come back to you, whether someone was ever going to look at you and think, that's the one. And this reading found you, okay, to tell you that someone already has. Someone has been carrying you in their heart, quietly, for a long time, thinking you're special, missing your laugh, wanting a whole future with you, and gathering the courage to finally say it. So watch for the stars, okay? And stay open, because the love you thought you were still waiting for may have been quietly waiting for you this whole time. And it's about to step into the light. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.